A Sunrun training on how to upload an account onto Sunrun to get the design and pricing. So first thing you're going to do is click on leads. Go to new lead and type in your customer's information. So usually you'll have this on the utility bill, or if you wrote it down, or if you have it on your laptop. So just typing in customer's first and last name. For the address, you're going to hit search. Start typing in the address, and eventually it will pop up which one you're looking for. So right there in Corning, California. So it's a good idea to zoom in, make sure it's on the right house, okay, where you're putting the panels. So select address. Okay, we're going to put in the phone number. For information reasons, we're just going to type in 999. Put in the email if you have it. Okay, you can add that once you get to the home to close it if you do not have that. Now we're just going to type in the utility usage that you've received from the utility company that you're working in. Okay. All right, now we got the utility usage in there. Okay. Go ahead and hit save. Make sure that all looks right. Now remember, if you're in PG&E and it's a care customer, you would need to hit edit and change the rate schedule on here to show care. Super important, okay? But this one, let's just say it's not, so we're going to convert it. We don't need this pulled up anymore. Okay. So after about 5-10 minutes, it's going to pop up who's the primary on the title. You want to make sure it matches right here, okay, and same name, Renee Sanchez. If for some reason it doesn't, but they do own the home, then before you leave the home, you're going to want to get a mortgage statement, property tax document, and it needs to match exactly this name, okay? Once you've got it to this point, down here it's going to show you that the design is being worked on, okay? You give it maybe a couple minutes, it's going to show design request. That's if it's going to go on the roof. If it's going to be a ground mount, manually you're going to come in here and create it. But we're going to give them a few minutes to do the design, and then we'll jump back on. So we're going to go through looking at the design, pricing, and kind of finalizing a proposal. So the way I knew the design was done, if you scroll down right here, it shows the status as complete. So to go and look at this design, okay, you're going to go and hit navigate, new project. Okay. So right now we're just going to click on one of these so we can get out of this spot here. So this is showing you the design, okay. So the panels on the south face of the roof. If you needed to change that, you'd go to site. If you were adding maybe like a ground mount, you can go draw that in, or remove a tree, you go to site. So we'll go ahead and look at this, okay. If I wanted to delete this tree, I'd click on it, I'd go delete, okay. If I needed to add a tree because it wasn't there, you can click here Okay, you could add a tree, something like that. Okay, not needed, so we're going to delete that one. If you're doing a ground mount, say you weren't going to use this at all. Okay, you click on this square right here that allows you to draw, and you would just draw the ground mount square where you're going to be putting that ground mount. Okay, there's some things in the settings that are going to be different on a ground mount than obviously a roof mount in regards to the setbacks. Okay, how close you can get to that square. On a roof, there's different setbacks based on the counties. Okay, right now it's saying that these orange ones are on and the blue is turned off. If I wanted to use this blue garage, I'd click on the square that they made and I would come up here and it's a use for solar. Okay, you can also change the roof pitch right here. Also change the fact that it's a habitable structure or a not habitable structure. Okay, the setbacks are different if it's on a garage than it is on the house. So on this one, I would turn this, okay, and put off because it's on a garage. Or on here, you see how it's on. Okay, so right now I have this turned on, this turned on, this turned on, and this turned on. Okay, but I really just want it on the house. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off or delete. Turn this off or delete. Okay, and make sure that these ones are on. At that point, I'm going to go to choose settings. You can put in your target offset. So if somebody wants 150%, it's telling me how many kilowatts. So say I was really trying to get this to, you know, 11,000 kilowatts. Okay, you can mess with this until you get to 11,000 kilowatts down here. And that'd be 124% offset. These are the setbacks, okay, on the roof. Those are set already. Okay, again, if it's on a garage, you could put, or a ground mount. On a garage, there's different setbacks, but on a ground mount, you could put these all to 0. Okay, because there's no setbacks on the ground, obviously. Okay, now we're picking our panel. Okay, on a Sunrun, we're doing the Hanwha 395. This is going to change, so don't just follow this video. This is based on which panels we're currently using. Okay, you got your different inverters. Okay, mostly just using Solar Edge. And then we're going to generate design. Once it's generated the design we want, okay, we're going to pick pricing and save it. When you're doing the design, remember we're trying to get to 11,000 kilowatts. For some reason, Sunrun kind of has a glitch where it may give me 14 panels and 16 panels, but really I want 15 panels. I would then need to go back to settings, change the percentage I'm trying to get, regenerate it until it gets me to the 15 panels. And there's not much you can do besides just keep messing with the percentage there, lower it and make it a little bit higher in order to actually get to the number of panels you want. It's kind of a glitch that's pretty annoying. So like I said, this is actually a prime example. It's at 16 and 18. Okay, I need to go back. Okay, so we'll just do it to kind of show you and see if we can get it this next round. But I really want 17 panels is actually what I'm hoping for, right? So it shows me the 16, but that's not what I want. So I'm going to go back to settings. Make this 128, 128%. Let's go 130. So now it's giving me 11,593. Everything else is the same, so I generate design. So I'd have to go back and forth, keep messing with that percentage until it actually gets me to 17 panels. For time's sake, we're just going to take whatever design they kick out right here, just because this part is the part that probably takes the longest. So we actually got it. So there's a 17 and 19. So you see how when I mess with that, it kicked out two different ones. This is closest to 11,000 kilowatt hours. giving me a system size of 6.71. Okay, so I'm going to view that one. That looks good and clean. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and approve that design. And now it's going to kick me over to pricing. Okay, so on this one here, I usually am turning off the 0 escalator, turning off the 1.9. Okay, I'm taking the upfront payment and dropping that to 0 because they're not doing an upfront payment. Okay, and now you can see, okay, the rate and the EPC it's kicking you out. Okay, I do have a panel adder and a NEM adder currently, so I need to factor that in. Okay, usually trying to get these EPCs after the adders to land, you know. This is based on what you're trying to sell it at, how interested the customer is, what price they're currently paying, you know, how interested they are. So a lot of factors are going to go into what price you're going to pick, right? How, you know, if the roof is south facing with no trees and shade. So let's just do it at 18 cents, which is giving us a 4.394. Okay. We can do a training video on understanding the pricing and whatnot, but it's kicking out a monthly price of 163. So remember, they're getting 11,000 kilowatt hours, so they're actually getting quite a bit more than what they were getting before. When you're comparing apples to apples, you need to remember that you're giving them more production. Okay, so as long as that looks good, you can actually click on a couple different different ones, okay, and compare them. So just showing you, you go up a cent, okay, it's $9 more to the customer, and your EPC went up about $200 a kilowatt. Okay, that's usually about the math on most of them. You go up a cent, and it usually goes up around $200. Okay, so let's just go here, prove this. It's going to give me a summary page. So showing me again the system size, kilowatt hours. Everything looks good there. Okay, make sure all that looks right, and you're good. So you're going to generate this, and I will show you where you then can go to find that proposal. You can save 3-4 different proposals before you go in a home. So say you wanted to go in with one at 18 cents, 19 cents, and one on the ground at 25 cents. You could have all three of those saved. So on the fly, when you're in the home, you can click on which proposal you're going to end up going with and sign the documents needed on that proposal. Okay. And again, the spots that definitely take the longest to load is on generating the actual proposal and usually the design. So as soon as it says this, you're good. Make sure it says that, because sometimes it will say an error. You have to go back in and resave it if the internet was glitching out or whatnot. So now when we scroll down to proposals, these will be all the different proposals, and it will show you the pricing, so you can kind of remember, oh, that was roof, 19 cents roof and 25 cents ground, and that's where you would go ahead and click on when you're actually ready to sign up a customer. Okay, we'll do a different video on signing documents, kind of show you, you know, the process of actually signing somebody up.